Okay, so I want to show you this new platform. Well, it's an expansion of a current platform called Oxbull. Now, first off, I am not a licensed financial advisor, and I'm just giving you, for entertainment purposes, if you do make the decision to go into any of these kinds of projects, make sure that first off, that you do your own research, and for sure only put what you're willing to lose, because these are brand new, and these could be risky. It's the high risk, high reward. So Oxbull Solana, which just came out a little over a week ago, it is an extension of the Oxbull platform, which is on the Binance Blockchain. And if you're not familiar, if you haven't heard of Oxbull, I'll post some links on them. Every single Oxbull launch, it's a launch platform. It's a platform for blockchains to launch their blockchain projects on, and every single blockchain and every single project that's been launched on Oxbull, on Oxbull S, has done extremely well. Every single one of them. I don't think any of them went below 10x. I have to double check that. But almost all of them have done extremely well. And they just launched, Rico, they did Oxbull S, which is Solana, the Solana version. Now, all of the BSC versions of Oxbull have done very well. The Oxbull Solana has just launched. It has not had any actual launches yet on the Solana blockchain. So this is it's brand new. Now, I'm telling you that all these launches on Oxbull S on Oxb have done very, very well. Now, Oxbull S, these are brand new. These have, but I think this does provide some opportunity. So the way it works is you have to hold Oxbull S tokens to be able to participate in any of their launches. How do you do that? Well, you have to go, one way you do that is, first off, you have to own some SOL tokens. Now, for me to connect my wallet here, it's a little more difficult for me to show because it's only compatible with Chrome. So if you get this, you have to add the Solana extension into Chrome. And I'll paste the link in the chat. Once you add the Solana extension, you're also going to need to go to Radium. So before you go here, the first thing is you need some SOL tokens. So to get the SOL tokens, one place you can do is you can just go to Binance. You go to Binance, buy some SOL, and then you send your SOL tokens to your SOL address. I wish it was easier for me to show you, but because I can only use Chrome, I have to show you my actual, my SOL wallet and whatnot. So I'm going to try to just walk you through it as best as I can. So go to Binance, buy a little SOL tokens. Then you come over here to Radium, come to swap here, and I will post the Oxs contract address. And what you would do is you then would convert, well, first you have to convert your SOL to USDC, and then you would buy your OXS tokens, and you just hold your tokens there. Then, all we're basically doing is then we're just waiting for Oxbull to announce when the first launch will be. So they've had, all of their launches so far have been on the Binance blockchain. So you see this is Oxb on BSC. So, I hold some there, but they have a tiered, there's a tiered model where if you hold 1,000 tokens, you can be in a particular tier. If you get 10,000 tokens, you can be in a particular tier, and that allows you to get more tokens on the launch. So you see how there's this, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 for this Oxbull Solana launch, because this platform itself also had a launch. I know it sounds like it's a little confusing. Now you see how we have all these future IDOs coming up on Oxbull. Now they're going to have some, they're going to have launches on the Solana blockchain with their Oxbull S token. So the only thing we can do right now is there's no official dates for these, so it does make it, obviously, it's slightly a little more risky, but it's, one thing that we could probably, anticipate is, the rise of the token price with the potential launches coming. So there's no officially scheduled launches right now, but if we infer from the success of all the Oxbull launches on the Binance blockchain, then the launches that are going to be happening here on the Solana blockchain with the same token will possibly do very well. It's risky. It's definitely risky. But these kinds of launch platforms do provide some opportunity for growth and also some level of passive, potential income during, when Bitcoin is at a state right now where it's not, it's kind of going sideways. It's not going up. It's not going down. Nobody's really sure when it's going to go back up. But these launches have been very successful. The Solana launch on May 29th did very well. So in order to participate in launches, you have to hold the tokens. So the way you hold the tokens, the same way if you were going to go onto the Binance blockchain, you can buy Oxb tokens. You have to hold, it's like 1,000 to get into the third tier for on Oxb tokens, but for Oxs tokens, you would do the same thing. However, rather than holding them on PancakeSwap here, you'll be holding them here on Radium. So I know it sounds a little bit, it's a little confusing, but that's basically where you do it. And it's all going to start with you have to make sure you have some SOL tokens first. So one place you can get SOL tokens would be Binance. And you send those tokens, the SOL tokens over here from Binance, and then you can trade these for Oxs tokens. And the best thing to do is they have a very good Telegram, and they have a great community, really, really supportive community. Go into their community, go into their Telegram, try to follow their launches. If there's a future launch, I'll try to make a video before the launch if I can. And they do take a snapshot. Like for example, the way with Oxbull with the Solana launch, you had to hold tokens and took a snapshot. So I had to get the tokens, and then they took the snapshot, and and I was able to hold the tokens. And you see here how they have these tiers, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So if you are in so if you're in tier 1, you can buy up to $300 worth of the Oxbull Solana tokens. If you're in tier 3, you could buy a max of $20 worth of those tokens. So this is like 1,000 tokens you had to hold. So for the Oxbull Solana one, that was the tier that I was in, and a buddy of mine actually turned me on to this, and you could buy a max of $20 BS, but I was able to, I think it was maybe 600 tokens or something like that, and so with 600 tokens, and the price right now is 70 cents or something like that. So it did somewhere. I have to do the math on that, but you're looking at, I don't know what it did, an 8x or 9x, and but the people that were in this tier 1, it does require, that's 10,000 tokens though on the Oxb that you have to hold to get into that tier. So it's a little bit on the Oxbull Solana platform with the number of tokens you have to hold. It's I think you have the 2,000 to 6,000 range, and so the best thing to do is to try to follow their medium, and you want to be able to hold their tokens as early as possible, so that if they announce a launch, when the tokens get more expensive, that that you already got some. So there's 2 ways to participate in Oxbull right now. Just to summarize, you can either participate on the Binance blockchain on BSC through PancakeSwap by holding Oxb. Or what you could do is you can participate by holding, if you want to take the bigger risk, but also possibly bigger reward, is getting the Oxx tokens, which I'll paste the address in, and you get those on Radium. So you go to Radium to get those on the Solana blockchain, which is the brand new one. The ones on Oxbull have all done very, very well. The ones on the on the Binance blockchain, but the new one is on Radium. So I hope that made sense. I'll paste all the links in the chat. I think the main thing is you just want to check it out, and if you're interested, participating, again, be careful with these. This is Oxs is brand new. So yeah, it does provide some potentials for sure for high rewards, but also for the opposite too. It's risky, so you make sure to only put what you're willing to lose. So you can either so the two options are either the Pancake swap if you want to use the Binance blockchain, or if you want to get on the Solana one with the brand new one with Oxs. So yeah, I hope that helps, and do your make sure you do your own research, and I'll paste the links in the chat.